Instagram, or YouTube? Which one is better for influencers? Well, in this video, I'm going to run through both platforms to let you know which one would be better for revenue and for community building aspects. If you want to learn how I use these two platforms and what I think is the best way to use them, make sure to stay until the end of this video. My name is Melissa Mitchell and I am the owner of Wanderman Creative and the founder of the Video Lead Machine method, my signature method that shows you how to create an evergreen lead generation machine using YouTube. To learn more about this, make sure you click the link below this video to save your seat for my free masterclass. Okay, first of all, let's talk about connection. Which one of these platforms builds more connection with your audience? First, let's talk about Instagram. This platform creates a very personal atmosphere for your community. With all of the different features like Instagram stories, lives, direct messaging, there's so many ways for you to connect with your audience. Also, the ability to search for your ideal client using hashtags and then commenting on their posts really creates that back and forth community aspect, like you're really friends and you're really kind of having that back and forth dialogue instead of it always just being one-sided. That is a huge feature of Instagram that I really love. These features are also amazing for influencers because of that personal touch. Again, it's not gonna feel like this is just an ad campaign that everyone's watching. As an influencer, you can have a campaign that's really involving you and it's really a back and forth dialogue. You can comment on people's photos when they're using the specific hashtag for the brand campaign that you're a part of. You can direct message them. You can have lives where you actually have them join you for question and answer sessions. There's so many ways to create that higher touch point using Instagram that really kind of brings that profitability and that ROI up because people feel more connected to you as an influencer. This is a great selling point for you as well as an influencer. Because of this connection point, you're not only going to have higher numbers and bring in higher ROI for yourself, but you're also gonna bring in higher ROI for your brand partners as well. And ROI, for any of those people watching that don't know what that stands for, is return on investment, okay? So we talked about Instagram, and Instagram, like I said, is really great, creates that community aspect. But what about YouTube? Can you do this on YouTube as well? Well, the biggest thing about YouTube that I love so much is that because it's longer form content and you're really sitting down and either educating people or answering a question or entertaining them, you're really creating that know, like, and trust factor because they're not only seeing you, right? Just like you're seeing me in this video, but you're also hearing me. I'm also teaching you something. It's building that connection between you and I much further than any short form piece of content or any graphic that you find on Instagram. Now, there is a community aspect to YouTube as well. There's actually a community tab on your profile, but you only actually have access to it once you've reached 1,000 subscribers. And this kind of acts like a feed. So you can post photos, you can ask people questions, things like that on this community tab, but it isn't quite the same as Instagram. There isn't quite the same level of interaction as there would be on something like Instagram. Okay, next, let's talk about monetization for these two channels. So YouTube is owned by Google, which makes it the second largest search engine in the world. This means that the search capabilities on YouTube far surpass Instagram. This means that the monetization abilities, in my opinion, on YouTube are much, much higher than Instagram for a longer period of time. There is a lot more of that trust factor, like I mentioned before, because people are really hearing you, they're seeing you, you're teaching them something. That trust factor is a lot higher. Also, because of search, most of the time people have found your video because they had a problem. They're problem aware, they searched for something and your video showed up in those search results to help them solve that problem. This increases their trust so much more, and it's actually showing up where they are. So it's not like they're just scrolling through their feed like on Instagram and then you happen to pop up. They're actually searching for content that you have. They're going out and they're looking exactly for that piece of content. So it's going to be a little bit higher of a conversion rate because you're showing up when they're actually problem aware. Another thing, like I mentioned a little bit before here, is that YouTube content is evergreen, meaning that it lasts forever. You know, you post a video on YouTube and it's going to continue to work for you. It's going to continue to bring in views. People are going to continue to find it through search for years and years to come. Whereas when you put a piece of content on Instagram, for example, that piece of content gets buried in the algorithm. It only stays relevant for a short period of time before the algorithm pushes it back down, and you have to constantly create new content to stay relevant. This means that if you have a monetization strategy behind your videos as an influencer on YouTube, you can create so much more revenue because, like I said, that video is going to continue to bring you in money through your affiliate links or however your brand affiliation is set up, that it's going to continue to bring you in money month after month, year after year. Some examples for influencers when it comes to YouTube is you could partner with different brands for unboxing videos, review videos. You can be an affiliate. So if you were talking about a tech review or some sort of recipe or different cookware, anything, any product of any kind or software of any kind, you could actually be an affiliate for it and then have that revenue come through when someone purchases that product or service from your affiliate link. This is really a win-win again because you're also bringing in more revenue as the influencer, but this is also a really great way to position yourself to other brands as well. If you have a really good following or really good subscriber base on YouTube, or you can prove that your videos get X amount of views and your click-through rate is amazing, meaning the amount of people that see your thumbnail and then click over to actually watch your videos is really high, you can show brands that you can get a lot of attention on a platform like YouTube, and you can get that attention continually, month after month after month, bringing the company ROI as well. Now, this really works for any niche. No matter what kind of influencer you are, there is a niche there for you on YouTube, which is another thing that I absolutely love about YouTube, is that people are searching for things every single day. Billions of people are searching for things on YouTube and Google every single day. So no matter what your niche is, there's going to be a spot for you as an influencer or as a brand even to scoop in there and pull in some revenue and monetize those videos to create some profit. Okay, so we talked about YouTube at length here, but what about Instagram? How can you monetize Instagram? Well, Instagram just doesn't have the same search capabilities or the same evergreen capabilities that YouTube does, but there are still ways that you can monetize this platform. You can use links in your product photos as well on Instagram. You can use the link in your bio to send people to a specific campaign or a specific landing page where they can buy. There are many different ways that you can monetize Instagram, but just like I said, that you have to continually create new content for this platform because of the algorithm, it does get pushed down. But that being said, when we talked about connection, the connection points on something like Instagram with those personal connection points, those comments, DMs, stories, lives, all those things are much higher than something like YouTube. So those are kind of the pros and cons of the two platforms. Now, one thing I do want to mention before we go any further in this video is that this video was specifically made for influencers. But the things that I'm talking about here, the monetization, the connection things here, this applies to every single business. It doesn't matter if you're a small business, a B2B business, a product-based business, an online business, a brick and mortar business. These strategies and these monetization things apply to every single one of us, and there are ways to monetize Instagram and YouTube no matter what kind of business you run. So let me know in the comments below, do you think that you can make YouTube and Instagram profitable for you? Let me know in the comments. And if you're looking for a way and a strategy to make YouTube work for you as an evergreen lead generation machine and to learn how to monetize your videos, make sure to click the link below to save your seat for my free masterclass. Okay, so how do I use these platforms? Well, instead of comparing these two platforms in terms of which one will work better or choosing one over the other, in my opinion, and what I do is I use them both and have them work together. So the power of search on YouTube to really create that funnel, that lead generation system, and have people coming in evergreen to my content and then into my sales machine is how I use YouTube. And then I use Instagram for more of that connection piece, that really get to know me, that one-on-one personal interaction, the comments, the direct messaging, the stories, the behind the scenes kind of stuff. And I use them in conjunction with each other so that they both have different aspects and they're both fueling each other to then bring in new clients into my business every single day. Plus, you can use the power of repurposing content on both of these platforms to increase this process. And if you want to learn more about that, I'll make sure to link a video in the cards above here that you can check out on my channel that's all about repurposing content. So let me know in the comments below, which one do you think is better for you? Is it Instagram or is it YouTube? Or maybe if you're like me, maybe it's both. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that like button, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos on this channel. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you next week. Bye. Instagram. No, let's try that in. Okay.